Is this where we should be to join WSGTA? We'll get to all that later. We want to give you guys as much useful trading information as we possibly can, especially if you're a beginner. Don't feel overwhelmed if we start getting going. This is a lot. It'll seem very difficult at the beginning, but it's not that difficult. It just takes some time and patience and discipline, what we always talk about.
Thank you, Daniel.
So I worked on the floor in the New York Stock Exchange for 15 years. I retired at the end of 1999 when I was 38 years old. I'm in a course. Welcome, Isaac. I have been doing nothing but trading for my own account since then. I need to fix my gambling mentality. We will help you with that today. No question about that. Boom, chaka-laka laka.
I was just leaving the military in 99, Dave.
You really were?
That's what he said.
Mackerel. That's crazy.
And some were born in 99.
Yeah, so me and Peter started the academy about 5 years ago. Wall Street Global Trading Academy. We have taught thousands and thousands of students how to trade. People who have no experience whatsoever to people who are experienced and are struggling. We have a private trading room where we trade every single day. We have mentorship. We have different courses for different people. So we have something for everybody. So we're going to give you as much useful information as we can tonight. Go ahead, Pete. Introduce yourself for a couple of minutes. Take it easy.
Okay, I will. Hi, everybody. I am Peter Tuchman. I'm known as the Einstein of Wall Street. I've been on the floor since 1985. David and I started around the same time. He retired at 38, and I'm still friggin' trudging the road of happy destiny. But it's okay. we started Wall Street Global when COVID came along, and we saw all the accessibility to the market for you all, the whole democratization of the trading community. All the doors were open. You were all invited to this party. And then the one thing that nobody offered, the Weebles and the Robinhoods and all those other accessibility platforms never offered any kind of an education to, everyone came.
Oh, Pete, you're muted. Did Pete get muted, guys? Someone tell Pete he's muted. If we don't tell Pete he's muted, he'll go on forever.
It's not.
Pete, you were muted.
Tell Peter he's muted. I got you. Sorry. Anyway, okay. So we started during COVID, and we've really built this up into an amazing academy. We've got a great team with us. We're partnered up with Apex so that you guys have some accessibility and funding if you want to trade the futures market. We have courses that we coach and mentor all our students. We've got courses that teach futures, equities, options, and we have a boot camp which is run by David and an amazing team with Scott, Kevin, and Ken. So look, if you want to learn to trade futures or anything there, and you need accessibility and funding, you need somebody to hold your hand and really teach you how to do this. If you don't know anything, like Dave says, from a stock to a sock, or you've been doing this and you're struggling, or you're actually an advanced trader and you just haven't been able to get your mojo back, it's really a matter that, you may not be a bad trader. You just may have had some bad training, right? And so at the end of the day, we really think that we don't have the holy grail of this thing, but we've been doing this for a long time. We love what we do. Scotty in the house. And, when you import that kind of passion on people and you're willing to hold their hand and coach and mentor them and motivate them and inspire them, then we can get a lot of work done together, right? So tonight we're going to give you as much information as you can. I'm going to give you a little lowdown on what's happening in the market, why it does what it does. David is the teacher. David is the teacher. He's the guy who's got the intellectual property, and he's the best at what he does. That's why I partnered up with him. There are a lot of people out there teaching how to trade, but really nobody's got the patience and the time and the wherewithal and the passion that David has. So, and I think together we've put together a great team. So we're really excited you're all here. Bear with us. We're going to talk about technical analysis, risk management, money management. We're going to talk about our courses in coaching and mentoring. We're going to talk about futures trading and Apex. We're going to talk about what's going on in the market. How can you get to do this? We can't cover everything in an hour and change, especially if I'm talking. And so you've got to be patient. There are going to be things that you're going to hear. It's going to give you a little bit of a dip into what we talk about on an ongoing basis. If you're interested and you want to come and hang out and join the family, that will be made available to you near the end of this show. So just bear with us, right? Keep your questions to what we're talking about. We'll try and answer them all. But at the end of the day, if you want to learn and learn to trade and be part of this family, that will be made accessible to you. There are some things that are free, some things that cost money, things are on layaway. Everything comes with coaching and mentoring. So just bear with us. And if you're interested, we'll be here to hold your hand and teach you. And it's cold as fuck in New York. Excuse my language.
On layaway, that reminds me of like the Sears catalog.
Yep, exactly.
All right,
you can
so
pay it off in 20 years.
You guys can see some things that are being posted already. I started with WSGA a month ago. I'm already on 2 funded accounts. These guys are the real deal and want the best for you. Yes, we do. This is going to be recorded, guys and girls, so you will be able to go back and look at it. We'll put it up on our website, okay? All right, let me ask everybody a question. How many people in the room who are joining us tonight are actively trading? Give me a 1. And how many people are not actively trading and they've never traded anything before? Give me a 2. Slap them in there. Okay, good. We got a lot of 1s. We got a lot of 2s. All right. First thing I'm going to say is do not get discouraged tonight. Peter said it. I'm going to say it. We're going to say it a million times tonight. This is not that difficult thing to do. It just takes time. It takes patience. It takes discipline. You guys are probably going to see some stuff tonight that you're not going to understand. Be patient. Be kind with yourself. Just passed 2 eval accounts tonight. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. I'm going to give you guys. All right. Next question. How many people who are actively trading are struggling with this? Give me a 3. Are struggling. Just can't figure this crap out. Beautiful. We love it too.
Most people.
Yeah.
Well, you're in the right place.
One thing we do not do and we will never do, guys and girls, is talk about money in here. Okay. Talking about money is the kiss of death. When we start talking about psychology, which Ken is going to do for us tonight, you're going to learn that the most important thing we do has nothing to do with the charts that we're going to show you tonight. Absolutely nothing. 0.0. It's all about, are the courses available in Canada? Absolutely.
Yeah, all over the world. Everywhere except, yes, the course is available every country in the world.
Everybody who joins us becomes part of our family. I can tell you this, and I show people this all the time. I make a lot more money trading than me and Peter do selling these courses, okay? We take care of a lot of people. Anyone who joins us becomes part of our family. We hold your hand throughout this entire process from start to finish. I don't care if you don't know the difference between a stock and a clock, okay? If you follow everything that we talk about, and if you are patient and disciplined, you can figure this out. All right. We have better than a Discord group. Okay. Anyone who becomes part of our family, right? We trade live futures every Tuesday and Thursday night for 3.5 hours in any course that you buy from us. That is included in any course that you buy from us. We don't want to have a Discord group. We have a private trading room. I have a private trading room. We invited visitors this week. We had 230 people in that private trading room. It's the most we've ever had in there. We'll talk about the course later. I'm going to ask everybody a question in here, okay? What do you guys want to start with tonight? And Ken, you might be going sooner than later, but I'm going to ask everybody in here a question. Do you guys want to start with psychology, or do you want to start with technical analysis? 1 for psychology, 2 for technical analysis. And I'm telling you guys, if you don't know, number 1 is 50 times more important. And everybody always wants me to go to the technical analysis.
That's what everyone is saying here, David.
Everybody wants me to go to the technical analysis. All right, we can start with that. Look at all these 1s and 2s. Guys, we're going to do everything tonight, so don't worry about it, okay? We're going to do everything tonight. We'll be here as long as we have to get you guys going. Yeah, I can tell you what we start with, guys and girls, okay? We have our live boot camp next week. Our boot camp we have once a week, once a month. In that boot camp, we go over the entire course live in real time. All right. It starts next week. We go over the entire course live in real time. We have 7 hours of stocks, 7 hours of options. We have 6.5 hours of psychology. We're going to spend the entire day Monday, okay, only talking about what not to do. It is by far the most important part of trading. It's not even close, okay? But we'll talk about a little technical analysis first, and then we'll get into, Ken's going to spend a lot of time telling you what you don't know. All right, let me share my charts. All right. Guys, I need to be able to share my charts, please. I don't have the ability right now. Someone give me chart capability. Matt, Roman. Thank you very much. Okay, there is a chart, guys and girls. How many people have no clue what's going on this chart? Give me a one. Lots of people. All right, cool. This is why I wanted to start with technical analysis, but that's okay. Some people do, some people don't. We have what, 500 people here tonight, right now? 416 people. Okay, a lot of people don't. All right. This is a chart of gold, guys and girls. One of the things that we trade the most. I can tell you guys that we are about 80% trading futures. We're going to talk about why we are in a couple of minutes. So I'll talk about it now. We were 100% trading stocks. The reason we've gone to about 80% trading futures is you can open up a futures trading account with as little as $39, sometimes cheaper than that, sometimes $19, without ever risking any of your own money. There are some steps you have to go through, okay, to get into a funded account and then start taking money from these people. Our preferred futures platform is Apex, but we do not care which one you trade with. But how many people would be interested in learning how to trade for as little as $40? Give me some ones. And learning how to trade futures. Yeah, everybody, right?
Get paid to trade. Get paid to trade on top of it.
And get paid to trade on top of that. But we do trade stocks. We do trade options. Kevin's with us tonight. He is our options expert. He'll give you 7.5 hours of options next week. Okay. We don't really care which platform you use, Apex, Top Step, Take Profit Trader. It's just we get our best discounts with Apex, and they're our preferred vendor. Okay. So I want to show you a couple of accounts that I have, and I'll tell you what futures are. Let's talk about that first. All right. Don't get into any fancy stuff. Okay. Futures are just another way of trading physical gold. Futures are another way of trading the S&P 500. Futures are another way of trading Bitcoin. Futures are another way of trading oil. Futures are another way of trading any of 20 different instruments. That's all you have to know. You don't have to get yourself all crazy about knowing what futures are. Okay. If any trade's set up, guys and girls, I'm going to put a trade on, and then I will show you how to execute trades. All right. I'm going to show you a couple of my PA accounts that I traded tonight, and I'm only showing this to show you, and I'm going to go over the trades that we did. Okay. In one of my PA accounts, I've made $1,000 tonight. In another one of my PA accounts, I have made $722 tonight. So I made $1,700 tonight trading gold contracts and trading one contract at a time. Okay, when we are trading gold contracts, each point that gold moves is equal to $100. Each point that gold moves is equal to $100 when we are trading the mini contracts. We can also trade the micro contracts, which is the MGC, and each point that it moves is only $10. So every time I get into a trade in gold, if I make a point, I make $100. And if I lose a point, I lose $100. If I'm trading the micro contracts, and guys, write this down. It's going to all be written down. It's going to all be recorded, and you'll be able to go over it again. If I'm trading the micro contracts, each contract is $10. Okay. So here, guys, I'm going to show you a trade that I just did. Okay. Let's just cover it. Boom.
Did gold trade down when the market spiked up today, David?
Gold got absolutely bagel smeared when the market went down this morning.
Frustrated.
Yeah.
You mean gold went down when the market went up?
Yes, it got killed.
Gotcha.
Guys, we just put an order in gold at 4006, and we covered it for 2 points at 4004. So that was a quick $200 in gold that we just made on that one trade. It hit our 65 EMA. So let me go over some of the technical analysis that we use. Okay. And we'll post it for everybody. We use a 9 EMA. Roman, can you post a 9 EMA, a 15 EMA, a 30 EMA, a 65 EMA, and a 200 EMA? That is all of the moving averages that you see here. What is a moving average? A moving average is simply a mathematical equation, guys and girls, that tells you where there might be support and might be resistance in a stock. And everything that we do is simply based on support and resistance. That is it. Okay, so every trade that we make, we are not going to make that trade unless it hits one of our lines on a chart. That's the bottom line. We are very patient. We are very disciplined. We don't make any trades until something hits one of our lines. So if I'm looking at gold right now, okay, we just hit our 65 EMA. Now we're trying to poke above that. So my next resistance on this chart, guys and girls, would be up at my 200 EMA. And our moving averages go in order of strength. They go from the weakest, which is our 9, our 15, then our 30, then our 65, then our 200. So everything goes in order of strength when we're looking at our moving averages. The further something moves to get to one of our moving averages, the better the trade will be, or the better the odds will be of it going down if it goes up and hits a level, or going up if it comes down and hits a level. So when we are looking at a chart, we're looking for resistance levels to get short and then buy back on a pullback. And we're looking for support levels to get long and then sell when it goes up from there. So everything that we do, every trade that we do is based on support and resistance, and very simply lines and stuff that we have on our chart. That's it. Everything we do is just based on support and resistance. So you can see the second time we pushed above this 65 EMA in gold, it went right through it, right? So that tells us that this was a momentum trade going to the upside. We hit it, we pulled back a little. Now we hit it and we went above it a little. I'm going to explain the orb in a little bit. I'll tell you how we get the orb and explain all that in a little bit. Okay. We are always starting on a 5-minute chart, guys and girls. Always starting on a 5-minute chart. If we have support or resistance on a 5-minute chart, we do not have to go any further than that. If we don't have support or resistance on a 5-minute chart, then we are going to look at a different time frame, a longer time frame. But as long as we have support and resistance on a 5-minute chart, we do not have to go any further. Okay. All right. I want to talk to you guys about the orb. Okay. The orb. What we do with the orb is called the opening range breakout. And what we look for, and you guys can see this box right here. And again, guys and girls, I'm going to be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, talking about different things. So from the short we did here on the 65 EMA, I took 2 points on that trade, and I was able to make another $400. So now for the night on one of my accounts, I'll show you guys. I am up $1,400 on the account because the first time it got up here, we got 2 points out of it, and I made another $400. Again, it's not. I don't want you guys to think it's as easy as what we're looking at here. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes discipline. Okay. So this is the orb, guys.
Elijah, resistance. Go ahead.
What was the word that went with support? Resistance. Okay, let's go over it again for everybody. When something is going up, I'm looking for a place to short, whether it's a stock, a future, doesn't matter what it is. Okay. And when it hits a resistance point, it should go down from there. The odds are it will go down from here, right? And all we want to do when we get into a trade by using our technical analysis is put the odds in our favor of our trades working, okay? So if we go back here, guys and girls, and we look at gold from when we started trading last night, and by the way, guys and girls, futures trade 23 and a half hours a day. So how many of you have full-time jobs that would like to be able to trade at night? Give me some ones. This is perfect for you guys and girls, okay? Included in any of our courses. On Tuesdays and Thursday nights, guys, we trade live with you with Scotty for 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours. Every Tuesday and Thursday night. We usually have a couple of hundred people in those courses, in those meetings with us tonight. All right? So again, could I have made more money in gold, guys? Yeah, I could have made more money in gold. It has now gone down 5 points from where our resistance level was. But we just want to pick our spots, make a couple $100 here and there, and move on to the next trade. But I want everybody to see, give me some ones if you can see that technical level to short worked and we went down from there. Give me some ones, even if you've never traded before, do you understand that? This was our resistance. We hit the line, and now we have gone down 10 points from there, guys and girls. 10 points. So if you had one gold contract and it went down 10 points, you just made $1,000. $1,000 on one contract. Boom chakalaka. All right. So now that it starts coming down, okay, we actually hit a support level when we hit our VWAP. That support level was 47.94. So again, can everybody see what happened when we hit this line down here? Give me some ones. We stopped going down and we started going up. So that was another trade we could have just caught in that, which I did, small, and I made another $185. Okay? I'm not going to worry about training anymore tonight. I want to teach you guys. All right? Which EMA do we use more? We use them all. If something sets up for us to trade, I don't care. Okay? What I want everybody to get out of this tonight, even if you just walked into this room, okay, is when stocks hit lines after moving a certain amount, stocks or futures, you're going to get reversals from those spots more often than not. Do we have bad trades that we lose money on? Absolutely. Do we have a stop loss on every single trade that we do, which Ken is going to talk about in a little bit? Absolutely. How many people out there who are trading are not using stop orders? And be honest with me. Actually, I don't want to talk about that yet. Ken will talk about that. I want to talk a little more about technical analysis. Okay? All right. If you're not using stop orders, you're crazy. I want to know my risk on every single trade that you do. Yeah, we can look at some stocks after this. Ken will talk about what stop orders are, guys and girls. Okay? Again, give me this so far, guys and girls. People who didn't know the difference between a stock and a stock, do you have a little more idea now by just watching these couple of little trades here? Give me some ones. Everybody who walked in who had no clue. You got a little idea now of kind of what we try to teach you here? And again, I'm sure people are still totally lost. That's fine. That's okay. All right. I want to talk about the orb for a couple of minutes. Give me some twos if everybody can see this box. Everybody see this rectangular box? Okay. This is what we call the opening range breakout. And we teach you guys everything that we're talking about here, guys and girls. In our ultimate course, we teach you in great detail. Not only do we teach you in great detail, we hold your hand throughout this whole process. Next week, we have our live boot camp. Okay? In our live boot camp, I don't care if you've never traded a stock before. We are going to go over our entire course live in real time for 65 hours. We do that once a month for anyone who buys our ultimate course. For a lot of you who are beginning, if you decide to buy our course, you wait till next month before you take the boot camp. But you come in on every Tuesday and Thursday night, starting tomorrow, if you become part of our family. All right, so here's the orb. We call this the opening range breakout. At night, we set this at 6 o'clock when the futures open. Futures open every night at 6 p.m. And they trade from 6 p.m. until 5 o'clock tomorrow night. So this is our opening range breakout, guys and girls. It's basically a box. What we're looking for to trade this, once this sets up after 5 minutes, is if we break the top of the orb, I want to go long for a momentum trade. And if we break the bottom of the orb, I want to go short. So basically, when we get outside this box, if we get outside it, going up, we want to buy. And if we get outside it going down, we want to sell. Does anybody have any questions about that? This is the orb. We use it for momentum trades. When we get below it, we want to get short for a trade. When we get above it, we want to get long for a trade. Okay? And again, some of this stuff is going to be very difficult for you guys who are just doing this. It applies to stocks too. I'll put up some stocks in a couple of minutes. We walk you through exactly how to set up this orb, guys. Chocolat, everybody else. It's just something that we put into our charts here. It's one of our studies in our charts, okay? And you'll see it's study in our chart is our orb study. Orb study. Also, guys and girls, which is spectacular, okay? When you purchase any of our courses, we tell you exactly how to set up your chart with one button so it looks exactly like mine. How cool is that? You don't have to know anything about it. Get your chart set up to look exactly like mine with one button. Okay? It's in the course. It shows you exactly how to do it. And then we start teaching you how to use all the stuff that is in here. All right? No, we do not wait for the closing candle. We will have a market order as soon as it breaks the bottom of the orb. We will have a market order as soon as it breaks the top of the orb. Okay? So when we broke the bottom of the orb here at 48.22, look what happened, guys and girls. We went down 18 points. 18 points. Generally, when we get into a gold trade, we look to make between 3 and 5 points. $300 to $500 per trade that we do. Okay? So give me some ones if everybody could see what happened when we got below our rectangle. Give me some ones. What happened? We went down, right? Cool. Perfect, guys and girls. I love it. Okay. One of the other things, okay? I will, Angel. One of the other things that we use for support and resistance levels is a pivot point. We also show you how to put these on your charts, okay? We want you to either have trading view or think or swim for charting, and we get you set up in both of them, Isaac. We walk you through how to set up both of them, okay? So we get your charts all set up for you, and then we teach you how to use them. All right. Can everybody see these dotted lines on my chart? Give me your one. Those are pivot points. We show you how to put them in your charts also. Okay? Pivot points we use the same way we use our regular moving averages to give us support and resistance. All the things that we're looking at, we want things to move a certain amount before they hit them, in order for it to quantify a good trade. We'll talk more about that once we get into the course and we get into technical analysis. But just because we have a line on a chart doesn't mean we make a trade. We want it to move a certain amount to get there. Like I would not do this. Yes, you'll get this recording. I would not do this trade again on my 65 EMA here because we already hit it twice. So chances are if we hit that the third time, it might break through it. Okay.
Yes.
How can I tell if it's a fake breakout of the orb, which one closed candle? You can't, Shadish. But we're going to do the trade every single time we break up or break down, and we'll have our stop order. So it's a trade that's either going to work or not. Can anyone tell me who's been in our trading room our percentage on orb breakout trades? Scotty, rough percentage, success, failure? Anybody? I know we keep track of it.
Better than 80%.
Okay, so Scotty, who keeps track of all these, says 88 to 94%. Guys, if you get a trade, let's go low and say 80%. Okay? If you get any trade in a stock or a future or an option and have an 80% success rate, are you going to be making money? Yes or no? Of course you are. If you manage the trade correctly. Because I know people that have 80%, 90% hit rates, but they lose money. You know why? Because they'll make 109 times in a row and lose $10,000 on the 10th time. Right? We are scalpers, guys and girls. Okay? We are scalpers. I put $2,200 in the bank tonight, trading one contract at a time. And a few of the trades, we did it right in front of you. Boom, chaka-laka-laka. Right? Okay. Yes, Ken's going to talk about your hit rate in a couple of minutes. And I'm telling you guys right now, what Ken's going to talk about is more important than what I am. All right? So this is our opening range breakout trade. All right, pivot points. I want you guys to check out a couple of things. And again, I can tell you this, guys and girls, today, I woke up this morning today, and Peter will tell you why in a couple of minutes also. And we knew that Davos was going on. And we knew that our president was going to be talking all day, right? And we knew that we were going to be in for extreme volatility. And I said to everybody in my private trading room, guys, today is a day either to not trade at all or to be extremely, extremely careful. And we had a losing day today trading because of all this volatility. I mean, look what happened in gold. We went down $100 in gold. None of our technicals worked once we started going down here. Okay? Yes, you check volatility with the ATR. And tonight, the ATR in gold is 10 points. All right? What that means, guys, I'll tell you, average true range. That means the average true range of our last 14 5-minute candlesticks is 10 points. Okay? When we have this high in ATR in gold, we're never going to trade the minis. We're going to trade the micros because we have to use the ATR as our stop. So again, for people who don't know what ATR is, and we use this to trade stocks also, okay, I want everybody to understand this. When we see a 10 ATR, that means each one of these candlesticks averages 10 points. Give me a 1 if you understand that. Every one of these candlesticks averages 10 points, which means I need at least a 10-point move before I want to make a trade. At least a 10-point move. Yes, that is the 5-minute candlesticks, okay? So I want at least a 10-point move before I want to make a trade in gold. If we go to the ESs, okay? Right now, the ES ATR is 2. Well, it's 2.8. I'm never going to, very rarely I'm going to trade the S&P 500s with a 2.8 ATR. But check this out. Okay, we had a breakout of the orb here on the upside. You made 2 points. We had a breakout of the orb here on the upside. Give me some ones. Everybody know what the orb trade is now? You see how we got above the orb here? Right? That was at 68.27. You made your 2, 3, 4 points on that. Boom. Here's your orb trade. Just worked in the ESs. All right. I want to talk about pivot points for a couple of minutes. Okay. So if we look at gold today, and this was one trade that we made money on, right? Gold got this big spike down, okay? And it exactly hit our pivot point. Check this out, guys and girls. We went down in one bar from 48.25 to 48.04. We went down in one. I think we might have missed this because it came close. But look what happened. And everyone give me a one if you can see. After we hit this pivot point, what happened in gold? Did it go up or down? So it hit a big support level. And what happened? It went up, right? Boom. So that was 48.04. 2 minutes later, this was up 17 points. Again, give me my 3 to 5 points. Second time we hit the pivot point, we are never making a trade the second time something hits one of our levels. And look what happened. It blasted through. We had some Fibonacci's down here. We had this is where we lost some money today in this big, giant move down. And we never got to our far from moving average trade, not even close. How do you know this? I would have taken out when it went down. Alex, we don't know anything. Let me explain that again to anyone. We don't know anything. All I know is when something moves far enough, everybody listen to me. When something moves far enough and hits one of our technical levels, I am going to make a trade every single time with a stop order so that if I lose on that trade, I'm losing a small amount of money. Give me a one if everybody in the room understands that. I am never trading without a stop order, guys and girls. Okay? We are going to have losing trades. We are going to have losing days. But I'm not going to blow. I can tell you this. Nobody who has ever traded stock with us has blown up a trading account if you use our stop orders. Never, ever, ever has anyone who traded with us blown up a stock trading account because we will never have enough losing trades in a row for that to happen. Ever. Okay? The thing with futures, guys and girls, if we do blow up this account, okay, we can open up another one for $39. So it's okay, right? It's okay. That's why we want most of you people to be trading futures, okay? When something moves far enough and hits one of our EMAs, when something goes far enough and hits one of our technical levels, guys and girls, that's when we're going to make a trade. So let's look at gold right now, all right? Okay, we're coming back up to that 65 EMA again. I am not going to make a trade again. So on my 5-minute chart, let's look and see where, if we get above here, I would short with a resistance level. Yes, this is all being recorded. I know. Guys, how many people, even after this 20 minutes that we've been here, are still completely and totally confused? Give me a one. You're going to be. It's a lot, okay? It's a lot. But there's a lot less ones now than we were when we first started, okay? Yeah, it's going to take some time. It's going to take a long time, guys and girls. Okay, good. So if I go to my orb now, okay, if this gets up to the bottom of my orb now, that would be a place where we can short gold, okay? Because what was support is now going to become resistance. So if I'm trading gold, I'm going to put an order at the bottom of my orb at 48.17. And to trade these guys, it's so simple to trade. This is Apex. This is my one of my PA accounts. If I want to put an order in at 48.17, this is a limit order. I just put it in at that price. Okay? I will not get executed on that trade unless it goes up to $48.17. And I'll just sit there and sit there and sit there. So 90% of the orders that we put out, we are putting out limit orders at spots where we want to buy and sell. And if it gets to that level, we make a trade. We are never running into something. We always have time to get into our trades, okay? The orb will not stop showing until I turn it off, Dan. So we're going to leave this on all night. All night, okay? We're going to leave this on all night tonight. All right. If we look here, guys and girls, again, even today, look what we did. We were in a downtrend in gold. We hit our 9 EMA, we went down. We hit our 9 EMA, we went down. We went up, guys, to our 30 EMA. Check this out, okay? So we went from 47.84 to 47.98, up 14 points. That's enough of a move. We hit this resistance level, and we spiked straight down, okay? So our technicals work a lot more often than they don't. Again, you got to be extremely patient and extremely disciplined. And I'll do some more technical analysis before we get out of here tonight, all right? I am begging you guys, everybody here, okay? I don't care if you buy anything from us or not. Please, take everything that we're teaching you here tonight. Take notes. Anything that you pick up tonight is going to be a plus tick, okay? We'll go over the EMAs again. Yes, Steph. Okay? We use a 9 EMA, a 15 EMA, a 30, a 65, and 200, and they go in order of strength. Okay? I don't understand what points stand for. All right, cool. So when we're trading gold, okay, and this is for everybody, when we get into a trade in gold, all right, let's say I short gold at 48.17. Now, when we're short something, guys, we want it to go down, okay? We want it to go down. So if I get short at 48.17, let's say it goes to 48.16, down 1 point. That means I would have made $100. If it goes down 2 points, that means I will have made $200. Scott, everything that you see in this chart, we have built into the charts. It is our software that we built in, okay? And we walk you through exactly how to put this into all of your charts, automatically. So don't even worry about that if you end up staying with us. If you don't, write it all down, and on Thinkorswim or TradingView, you just hit studies and edit studies and add whatever you want to do, okay? Add whatever you want to do. So again, for the person who asked, and let me know, tell me if you understand this. When I'm trading gold, if it goes up a point, I make $100. If it goes down a point, I lose $100. When I'm trading the ESs, the S&P 500 futures, if it goes up and I make a point, I make $50. If it goes down and I lose a point, I lose $50. Okay? Kyle, we are using all simulated money. We're not using any of our money when we're trading futures. Let's make that very clear. All right? We are not using any of our money when we are trading futures. Okay? Zero. So I can tell you this right now. In my PA account, I started with $50,000 in this account. Okay?
Simulated money.
I got the account qualified. I started with $50,000 in simulated money. Once I get into that simulated account, I have to make $3,000. I could take up to 30 days to make that $3,000, or with Apex, you can qualify it in 1 day. Once I got that to $53,000, okay, now I go into what they call a paid account, a PA account. It costs $65 to open up that account. So my total cost to get into a paid account is $100 with the sale that they have on right now. Then I reset to 50 grand. Okay? If you don't get it in 30 days, you got to open up another one. Then I reset to $50,000. And guys, we walk you through this entire thing when we talk about futures, right? Once I get reset to 53,000, anytime I get above 53,000, I can take real money out of this account. I've taken money out of this account 10 times since I've had it. 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. Every 8 days, I can take a payout. Okay? I'm up to the point now, because I've taken out money for more than 3 months, I can take up to $10,000 out of my next payout in this account. Again, it's a process. It takes time. But I would rather you be trading futures with someone else's money than using your own money. I'm telling you guys and girls, Scotty will tell you, Ken will tell you, Kevin will tell you, We have amazing success stories about people who started with nothing and are constantly taking money from these firms. And I'm not saying it's easy. Any kind of trading is very difficult, guys and girls. It is. And it takes time, and it takes patience, and it takes discipline. And we have losing trades, and we have losing days. It's not all a cup of tea. But I can tell you that it is proven that we have many, 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 many more winning days than losing days following our system and following what Ken's going to talk about in 2 minutes. Okay? Yeah, every prop firm is different. You guys can use whichever one you want. Like I said, yes, Jason. I don't know. Do we have any people in our trading room that are here that can just post in how they've been doing and they've been taking money from these people? Yeah, some of our people got moved to live accounts. Taxes, we pay regular taxes, guys and girls, ordinary income. Self-sabotage is everybody's problem. Pete, I'm going to give you 5 minutes now, and then we're going to get into Ken with psychology, all right? Guys, nobody leave, okay? I have taken 2 payouts this month. Boom. It's costing me more than I'd like, but I'm getting close to a payout. I passed 2 evals this week, but working on more consistent. I have 3 Epic account and 3 Top Step Trader accounts, all funded. I have been here one month and have 2 paid accounts. Insane, guys and girls.
There's so many testimonials, guys, of success stories.
It's insane. Pete's going to go for a few minutes. I'm begging everybody not to leave because what I talked about is not the most important part of what we're going to talk about tonight. Please, okay? Hang out. Let Peter talk for a few minutes, and then we're going to go right into psychology. Don't anybody leave. I don't care if you don't buy nothing from us. Stay here. Go ahead, Pete.
Anyway, good. All right. Thanks, David. Yeah, look, David's talking about discipline, consistency, and that's the way to go. The relationship with Apex is amazing. David does have technical analysis that he's going to continue to teach you about having a plan when you get into a trade, never stop order on every trade, never turn a winning trade into a losing trade, never turn a winning day into a losing day, know when to stop trading when you're making money, know when to stop trading when you're losing.
And there goes Pete.
Pete, you're muted.
I got you. I'm here.
There he is.
No, it's just a phone call that came in. Okay. Anyway, okay. So the market closed out 2025 in a really great spot. We were not at the high of the year, but we had 52 record highs last year. We closed up 14% on the Dow, 16% on the S&P, 19% on the NASDAQ. We closed up triple digits on silver and gold. The only thing that was down last year was Bitcoin and oil. Okay, but it's been an amazing year, right? So far this year, we're 3 weeks into this year, and we had a bit of a roller coaster year, right? We don't really know what's going on with January. There's an old Wall Street adage that says the way January goes, so does the year, meaning that if January's been an up year, an up month, then the whole year ends up being an up month. This is historic data. And if we're down for the month of January, it's gone on to become a down month. As of now, we've been in a wild roller coaster. Everybody should understand what happened. We did have some earnings that came out last week. The bank earnings were a little bit disappointing. That sold the market off. But what ended up happening yesterday was very significant. Everybody should know what Davos is. And also, there's a lot of look, when you guys become part of our family, we talk about the economic data that goes into the CPI, PPI, Consumer Price Index, production price index, the manufacturing numbers, unemployment, inflation, interest rates. These are things, this is economic data that affects the way the Federal Reserve imparts stuff on our markets, whether we're raising rates or lowering rates or not cutting rates at all. All these things will impact it. And every morning when we come in and we're working with David, we're going to look at all the economic data that came in, and we want to understand what is it that's creating the volatility in the market. Is it a tweet from the president? Is it an interest rate story? Is it an unemployment story? Is it a production price index story? Is it a DUI, DWI, CPI? All these things have a major effect on the market. Thank you, Scotty. Okay, but what happened yesterday was Mr. Trump went to Davos. Davos is the same place that Trump 1.0, when he first became president, he went to Davos. It was the first time he ever mentioned China and tariffs in the same mouthful. The market sold off 1,400 points within 15 minutes. It was 11 o'clock on a friggin' Tuesday. I have a photographic memory. He talked about China and tariffs. Market sold off 1,400 points. and we actually entered bear territory. By the end of the day, and this is something we've learned about Mr. Trump, is he throws out a big swash, a big wand, and then he tends to historically pull it back, which is exactly what he did between yesterday and today. Back then, by the end of that day, we were down 1,400 points. We reversed 2,800 points and closed up 1,400 points, actually, for the first time in history, going from a bear market to a bull market in one day. That's something that takes taco, exactly. That's something that historically takes generations to happen. Yesterday, Mr. Trump decided that he wants to invade Greenland. He is in Davos. Davos is where all the world leaders are right now. Every world leader is in Davos talking about economics, talking about politics, talking about global stuff, geopolitical stuff. Mr. Trump has been on a rant. This is not a political statement. This is just analyzing what he's doing. He decided that for whatever his real motivation was, and we'll soon find out what it is, he decided that he has to invade Greenland, which is actually a Danish country. And his reasoning behind it is he believes that Russia is trying to infringe on the U.S. Airspace and is going to actually try and attack the United States. So he figures if we attack Greenland first, Greenland is an incredibly strategic place in the world where there are a lot of U.S. troops, a lot of U.S. arms and stuff. And so his gut was that if we take over Greenland and we can completely control it, then it's less likely that Russia will go in and try and control it. It was not Iceland, it was Greenland, okay? And so he decides, I'm going to invade Greenland. If anybody disagrees with me, then I'm going to impose a major tariff on them, 10 to 25%. So he laid out this whole framework yesterday, and obviously the market sold off 150 points on the S&P, which is equivalent to 1,500 points on the Dow. The Dow is now down 800 points, and the market got eviscerated because the market doesn't like, first of all, uncertainty. It doesn't like war, usually, and it surely doesn't like tariffs, all right? And he doesn't like the uncertainty around the global political situation. He talked about taking over Greenland. The Europeans didn't like it. Then he threatened tariffs. They didn't like that, and the market sold off aggressively. Now, what ended up happening today was this morning we came in. We knew he was going to be talking about it. We weren't sure what the outcome, because he was actually willing to get in there and do some physical, like a physical takeover, like an friggin' invasion, which he did not do in Venezuela. We understand. Everyone needs to understand what we did in Venezuela had to be motivated by a number of different things. The largest gold reserves in the world, the largest oil reserves in the world, $12 trillion worth of heavy oil is already now in our possession because we took it from Venezuela. The rest of the world, the largest oil producing countries in the world, like Iran, like Russia, like China, like Saudi Arabia, and like the U.S., did not like the fact that Mr. Trump is now making massive inroads into other countries. And then suddenly yesterday, I know that. And now suddenly he wants to start taking over Greenland. So the whole world is going like, who is this guy? What is he trying to do? We're not into this. This morning, he was sort of mulling around the fact, how are we going to do it? Are we going to actually take over Greenland, or what's going to happen? Are we really going to impose these tariffs? He said, yes, I'm all in. Tariffs February 1. If nobody agrees with me and they don't back me on this whole thing, I'm going in. Right? With you or without you, I'm going into Greenland. Well, we know that there's a little manipulation of this market, because we know what he did yesterday knocked the living crap out of the market. And today at 2:30, he came out of the gate. He claims he had a conversation with NATO, and he built a framework for a way that he's going to have a long-standing relationship with Greenland. We don't have to go in there with troops, and we are not going to have to take them over, but we are going to control them in a little way, and we are not going to install tariffs on February 1. Well, obviously, the market loved that. They actually virtually took back. We actually broke out. We were trading up 30 handles on the S&P. We ended up going up 115 handles, 75 more handles. When that news hit the tape that we are not doing tariffs. Tariffs have been the Achilles heel of this market for now the last 2 years. We installed tariffs, market goes down. We saw it in February, March, and April. No tariffs, goes up, market goes up in April, May, and June. Same thing happened yesterday, same thing happened today. We regained almost all of yesterday's losses today. So if you were around at 2:30 and you saw that news, whether you knew it was happening or not, there was plenty of time to make money on this trade. We actually made a killing today trading that market, because I was on the floor of the stock exchange where I live with my team. We were trading the S&P 500. We saw the news. We saw the spike. If David pulls it up, you can look at the way the chart ran. because the S&P absolutely took off in a straight line. The 5-minute chart literally looked like the Empire State Building, and then it continued to go higher, right? So all that being said, that's where we're at. How this is going to pan out, obviously the market loved that new news. It loved the fact that we're not going to do this. Now, Mr. Trump can change his mind again tomorrow. We don't know how that's going to end up. But these are the things that make this market. At the end of the day, we are day traders, ladies and gentlemen. We need to be watching the market, have a stop order on every trade, technical analysis. Discipline and consistency is the name of the game. That's how we make money. But we still do need to know what's going on in the world, what's going on in the markets. We are always one tweet away from crazy town. This president happens to look, historically, presidents and politics don't have much effect on the market. When Obama was in office and Clinton was in office and other you guys, even some of the Republican guys, markets did not react to every word they said. For this time, this president, everything he says has something to do that's economically significant, and the market reacts in a huge, huge way. I won't go to the espionage thing where he's manipulating the market. It's not worth going there, but it kind of feels like something is going on. Yesterday's sell-off was rebuffed by today's buyback. Absolutely spectacular. We're heading towards Dow 50,000, S&P 7,000. It's just around the corner. At the end of the day, all this doesn't really matter. We are day traders trying to make small bits of money by definition, every hour, every day, every week, every month. So we're green at the end of the day, the week, the month. That's what day traders are. Nobody better to learn it from than Dave and this team with Scotty, Kevin, and Ken. I'll pass it back to you, bro.
Thank you, Pete. And important stuff, guys and girls. It just goes to show you that a couple of things, okay? Whenever there's a news event coming out, guys and girls,
stop orders.
Those of you who are trading, actively trading, and if you're not, I'll tell you what, let me just say this. For those of you who have never traded before, or never done anything like this before, you have an advantage over everybody else. You know why? Because you don't know what you don't know. And you're just starting out. You have absolutely no bad habits whatsoever, right? But when you know something is coming out, okay? And I had a losing day today, but nobody who traded with us today got blown up because we told everybody first thing in the morning, either don't trade or just do everything very, very slowly with the micro contracts and just take it easy because we knew what was going to happen today, right? So for you guys who are actively trading, I want you to go, and we'll get into Ken in 1 minute. I want you to go to an economic calendar every single morning, okay? And I use tradingeconomics.com. Let me just show you guys this, okay?
And or what is it? The Market Watch is one of the other ones?
Yeah, there's a million different ones. I use tradingeconomics.com. I want you to go here every single morning and look and see what news is coming out. And we are actually going to be churn and burning some accounts tomorrow morning. I'm not even going to get into that tonight. But we'll talk FinWiz, whatever you want to use. Tomorrow morning at 8:30, GDP is coming out. Do not have any orders out. Do not trade. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock, PCE is coming out. Gigantic.
Personal consumer expenditure. It's a big, big number.
Do not have any orders out. Do not trade. I usually give it, 10, 15, 20 minutes after these come out before we even think about trading. There are techniques we can use to trade during this. We look for our far from moving average trades, something that we will teach you guys if and when you want to stay with us. All right, I'm excited about the next part of this, guys and girls. Please, nobody leave. I have some surprises for everybody, and I really need you to listen to Ken. He's only going to go for 20 minutes or so, but this is the most important thing we are ever going to talk about in this room with Ken. By the way, guys and girls, I have to tell you something, okay? Couple of things. Number one, we had a webinar a couple of weeks ago. We got 200 new members in our family. 200, okay? 200 new members in our family who bought our ultimate course, which gives you carte blanche to everything from start to finish, boot camps, Tuesdays and Thursday nights, everything, all right? Me and Peter take care of a lot of people. We do not make money selling these courses. We want to try and help as many people as possible. Anybody who is with me and Peter for any amount of time knows that we are doing this because we want people to succeed at doing this, and we know how difficult it is. Anyone who is in my private trading room will tell you that we take care of everybody. And I mean everybody. Okay? I think we end up making, me and Peter, about $8 every time we sell a course. We don't do it for the money, period. Just want you guys, there are some people out there who are going to say that are full of shit. Trust me when I tell you. And let me ask everybody a question. All right? Let me ask everybody a question. How many people in this room have spent money trying to learn how to do this before I get to Ken? And how much? Give me some numbers. Give me some numbers. 5,000, 1,000, 4,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 8,000, 8,000, more than 10, 12,000, 5,000, 10. Insane. Insane. And I'm not saying good or bad. How many people that spend $10,000 on making money? I'm going to bet none of you. I'm going to bet very few of you are making money that spent money on any of those courses.
Well, they're here with us, Dave. They're here with us, David. So they must not have been that successful trading, right? They've still had to search further training. So we hope this is the last course you have to ever buy. That is what David always says. And trust me, David is the best of the best. This will be the last course you ever have to buy.
Well, first of all, we guarantee it, guys and girls. Anyone who buys any of our courses, we give you your money back after 30 days.
If you don't like it.
Go. Boom chakalaka. That's number one. All right, Ken. Having mentors in the key. I want to talk about that for a couple minutes, okay? Because quite frankly, guys, there's a lot of things, some things that we do that I am not great at, okay? But I have surrounded myself with people who are better at what they do than I am. Ken has been with me for 6 years now. Ken is a psychology major. Ken is a Fibonacci expert. Ken is a breakout expert. He is an unbelievable addition to my room.
He's a really good dancer. He's a really good dancer also.
He's in the room every single day. Kevin Wynn is here with us tonight. Kevin is our options expert. He's going to give you 7 hours of options in our live boot camp next week. He is everything futures. He sets you up with futures, tells you all the rules for the futures. And last but not least is Scotty Bavell. Scotty has been an unbelievable addition to my trading room. I could not do what I do without Scotty. That is the bottom line. He is with me in the trading room every single day. He does Tuesday and Thursday night slow markets for people who are part of our family. He is the most dedicated guy I have ever seen in my life as far as helping people. Just freaking incredible. Every Tuesday and Thursday night, anyone who's part of our family, especially for those of you who are working, we trade from 6 o'clock to 9:30 every single Tuesday and Thursday night. So I couldn't do what I do without them. I love those guys. I love Peter and Matt and Roman and Andrew and everybody who's part of our family. And we are truly a family, okay? We really are. And anyone who's ever been with us can tell you that. Ken, take it away, my friend. Yeah, we're going to talk about the course and stuff after Ken finishes. But again, if you want to leave now, leave before we even start talking about the course and how much it costs. I can tell you our course costs less than any one of you have ever spent on a course.
Let me get a mic check.
Tell you that right now. Okay? All right, Ken. It's all yours.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Guys, nobody leave.
Awesome.
I don't care if you leave when Ken's done, and don't buy anything. But don't leave now. Okay? Boom chakalaka. All yours, Ken.
All right. Hold on one second. Let's check out what's going on here.
And Megan, a lot of people who come to us say that. Look, it's a known fact that Pete's a multi-billionaire, right? Isn't that posted everywhere, Pete?
Yep. Pete's a
So
multi-billionaire.
he's certainly not doing this for the money. Is this Mr. Fibonacci? Yes, this is Mr. Fibonacci and Mr. Psychology.
That's
Best
me.
in the business.
Hooray. Best in the biz. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's talk about what we don't know. All right, guys. So here's the thing. I like to watch chat and I like to see the questions that are being asked. And, Dave and Pete have made a ton of good points. So in no particular order, I'm going to go over some stuff. What you're seeing on the screen is my presentation on psychology that you would get in your course. Okay. I'm going to pick and choose from it just to give you guys some ideas, but The way you approach this, let's start like this. In chat, if you're an experienced, at least have some experienced trader. So for your new guys, don't worry about it. But if you're experienced, do you think you're sabotaging yourself? Do you find yourself just making mistakes? Do you find yourself beating yourself up after making mistakes? Do you find yourself negative self-talking yourself after mistakes? Do you find yourself throwing shit across the room after really silly mistakes? Okay. So some people, yes, some people no. So temperament is important. Okay. The market does not care about you. Okay. It doesn't care whether you succeed or whether you fail. And that's important to pay attention to, because there's nothing in the market that's stopping you from succeeding, right? The market, none of this is personal. Think of an ant. You got an ant kind of crossing the sidewalk in New York City. That ant's got to move 7 feet. Got to go from the curb to the building. Now, he might make it, he might not, he might get crushed, he might not. It's random. That's what we're talking about here. That's what we do. The ant doesn't know if he's going to get crushed. All he knows is he's got to make it to the building. Now, the guy that steps on him, he doesn't know he even stepped on the ant. He just goes about his day and gets his coffee and his croissant and goes to work for Pete in the office, right? He doesn't know he stepped on the ant, but the ant's dead anyway. So what I'm getting at here, guys, is you have to understand what we're doing, okay? We're similar to, if I tell you all right now, no matter what you do with us, you're not traders in the traditional sense. We're not making decisions. We are operators of a system, okay? And that's an important distinction. Give me a 1 in chat if you understand, a 2 if you don't. We are operators of a system. We are not traders. The market is unknowable in the moment. I've seen a lot of people ask, how do you know what it's going to do? Do you know if it's... All right. So focus on this and get this through your heads. All right. You don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. David doesn't know what's going to happen. Peter doesn't know what's going to happen. All right. Peter just gave you this amazing speech and he just laid it all out and just kind of, 30,000 foot. He just gave you the whole lay of the land economically in the country. And you know what? We don't care. We don't care at all on a daily basis. We don't care. It doesn't matter. All right. Because we are scalpers. We are capitalizing on very small moves, extremely small moves, multiple times a day. It's kind of like the adage where you win ball games by hitting ground balls and you don't try to swing for the fences. We're not trying. Yeah, singles and doubles win ball games. We're not trying to make home runs here. So the analogy I'd like to start with is one of a casino, because it's probably the best analogy. People will tell you you're gambling when you do this. Technically, let me ask the question this way. Who's been to a casino? I don't need a million. Just guys have been to a casino, right? All right. When you're sitting at a casino, are you by definition gambling? Do you think you're by definition gambling? Anybody? Right? You gambling? I would say that okay. So perfect. Sean's great. So when you're at a casino, technically you're gambling. Why? Because you're playing a game of mathematical chance where the odds are largely stacked against you. Okay. The business model, right? And this is exactly right. And this is where we're going with this. Okay. The house has a mathematical hit rate or a win rate or an edge. Let's call it the edge. People have heard that phrase. In every game that's going on, they know mathematically, it's called a mathematical expectancy outcome. Based on percentages, if their dealer plays the game per the rules, there is a certain chance to win and a certain chance to lose. They know what that is. Now, here's the important part, guys. If you don't journal your trades, you might have heard me say this elsewhere. If you don't journal your trades, it's gambling. Here's why the house is not gambling against you. Because the business model is designed so that their win rate or their edge is directly correlated with their risk to reward. They can afford to lose because of the percentage of the time that they win. I'll say it again. Dave said it a couple times. We win more than we lose. Okay. If this is a business model and it's mathematically based, okay, you will know what percent of the time you win. If you know you win, let's just say 60% of the time, you can take the approach to say, I have 10 trades out of 10 random trades. I win 60% of the time. That means I'm going to win 6 and I'm going to lose 4. Does anybody disagree with that math? 60% of the time you win, Out of 10 trades, you win 6, you lose 4. Here's the $1,000,000 question. Do you know randomly when you're looking at those 10 trades, do you know which 6 out of the 10 are winners and which 4 out of the 10 are losers? Do you know that? Obviously, you don't, right? You can't possibly know. That's why David is talking only in hindsight. That's why David is talking about you have to take every trade that sets up. So I had someone tell me that this next thing helped them. So if you were to do something absolutely ridiculous, okay, like stand on one foot while patting the top of your head and rubbing your belly. And if I told you every time you did that, there was a 75% chance that your cat was going to bring you a dollar bill for whatever particular reason, just an absurd thing, right? What I'm getting at is what David is teaching you to do is he's teaching you to approach the market in a structured and a controlled and a disciplined manner with a systemic, a methodological process that has both rules to get into trades and rules to get out of trades and rules to manage the trades. This is not a test of your intelligence, folks. Okay. All right. It does not have anything to do with how smart you are. It has everything to do with your emotional intelligence, your ability to behave yourself. That's really what this comes down to. Okay. It comes down to behavior. So if you're the dealer in a casino, who was the dealer? Who worked in a casino? Someone mentioned that, right?
Yeah.
If you work in a casino, tell me what happens if the blackjack dealer just goes rogue and starts playing by whatever rules he wants. What happens? Like, does the pit boss come out and have a bad day? What happens to that guy?
He's out of it.
Yeah, he's out. He's fired because what he's doing is he's destroying the house's business model. We lose trades. You can't be afraid of losing trades. That emotional resiliency and that emotional maturity that you need to do this has to come with a certain kind of temperament. We all know that temperament varies between people. Some dogs bite, some dogs don't. Some babies are colicky and they cry, some babies don't. All right. The same thing happens for this. Dave is going to give you a host of different trading I want to call them styles, I guess, or rules. There's different methodologies. And if you're a very patient person, a trend trade might be good for you, right? And if you're a very impatient person like me, range breakouts might be for you, right? If you have OCD and you're really impatient, then yeah, range breakouts are great. If you like quick responses, you like to take bounce trades. But my point is, you have to learn yourself. Okay. This is an exercise in learning yourself. We can teach the technicals to a chimpanzee. That is not the hard part of this. And I promise you, by the end, if you come to boot camp, by the end of boot camp, you'll be in and out of trades. You'll have done a couple dozen trades over the week. It'll be like old hat. The issue is the behavior. It's the ability to recognize that this is not about money, even though money is the ultimate object. This is about a process. It's kind of like turning the crank. You turn the crank and money falls out the other side. But until you can do it right, the money's never going to come. Until you can do it consistently with discipline, the money won't come consistency, will not come consistently. And that's the trick here. Okay. So let's just quickly talk about the process. All right. Your process is everything. All right. How you behave will 100% determine if you're successful. You could be the best technical analyst in the world. If you cannot control yourself, you are going to lose. Okay. There's no room for random behavior. What I mean by that is there are rules. A race car driver does not fix the car. Okay. You're the race car driver. We're going to give you a car. We're going to teach you to drive it. We're going to get you out on the track and give you enough knowledge so you don't put it in the wall and kill yourself and everybody else. But don't be fooled. You didn't build the car. You didn't engineer the car. You don't fully understand under the hood why the car works. You just are really, really adept and good, and you want to get better at driving it. Okay. That's what we're trying to do with you. We're not trying to turn everybody here into a market expert. We're trying to turn people here into behavioral experts. Right. And then we're also not terribly competitive. We're cooperative. We want to kind of help people. So when we trade together, we're always posting about what we're doing before we do it. All right. Like I said, it's not about money. It's about process. All right. Here's a big part of it, journaling. We're going to give you free journals. Okay. The reason I'm always harping on journals, it's like this. If you do 100 trades and you journal those 100 trades and your journal tells you precisely what happens, say 70% of the time, it doesn't matter what Dave says, it doesn't matter what Pete says or I say or Scotty or anybody else. Your journal tells the tale of the tape.
Yep.
Okay. It is going to tell you what works. It's going to tell you what time of the day works for you. It's going to tell you what instruments work better for you. Let me ask you guys this. I'm a very simple guy, right? I trade two instruments. I trade the ES, right? The S&P futures, and I trade gold, GC. That's all I do, right? And I don't really get any crazier than that. So I don't have to watch a million things all day long. Everybody gets into this from the beginning. They're like, oh, look at the lights, look at the buttons. I need this chart. I need that chart. Hey, can you set this up? Oh, I need that flashing thing and that whiz bang gizmo. You don't. What you have to do is you need to understand that you don't know what's going to happen in the market. You need to get your head around things like concepts like you're going to lose and you have to be good with it. All right. You have to be able to take that hit and turn around and put another trade on without it bothering you, without you flinching. That's very difficult to do. Perfect. If you can't measure it, you can't manage it. I've said that a million times, right? But without a business, let me ask you this, guys. Is anybody here run a business, managed a business, supervised a business, worked at the Gap, had to stock something, like whatever, right? How do you know if you, let's say you order shirts or you order a product for the business? How do you know what sizes and in quantities to order? How do you know that? Or if you, right, of grocery business, how do you data, right? Data. Okay, so anybody that's saying data, demand, right? Okay, by taking data. So you know how much goes out and how much comes in. That's what we're doing here. You cannot run a business without information, and you can't run a trading system without data, okay? If you're not journaling, you're gambling. The reason I say that is because you don't know what your edge is without your journal. You don't know. My hit rate is going to be different from yours, is going to be different from Scotty's, is going to be different from everybody else's. I could put a level in right now. I could say, well, I'm buying gold at blah, blah, blah. And if it hits that level, 50 people can take that trade. You'll have 50 different possible results. Some people will win. Some people will lose. Some people will make money. Some people will break it even. Some people will panic out. Some people will have technical problems with their software. There's a whole host of things that'll happen, but nobody's going to be the same. Okay. So you have to just do, some people won't get filled. Some people won't get filled on the entry, and some people will get filled on the entry and won't get filled on the exit. There's a whole host of things that are going to happen, right? But the point is, if you're not journaling, you don't know what works and what doesn't. You're just simply guessing. You can't find patterns and you can't verify your patterns. And don't get me wrong, you're not going to find patterns in the market. Put this in perspective. Close your eyes and listen to my words here and think about this real hard. When the market's open, there are thousands upon thousands of stocks. If you add all of the options and all of the various financial instruments, there's tens of thousands of financial instruments, options and stocks and futures and derivatives of derivatives. There's thousands upon thousands of financial instruments being traded by literally tens, if not hundreds of millions of people simultaneously across the planet. All of them are using collectively billions of dollars, if not $1 trillion. And they're all doing what they think is good and right for themselves in the moment. Now, does anybody here think, if you really kind of put that in perspective, do you really think you're going to figure out collectively in the aggregate what the market's going to do? No, it's not possible. There's just too much, there's too much going on, right? There's just way too much going on. We can be predictive, right? We can be predictive based upon our mathematical knowledge. If we know when we stand on one foot and pat our head and do this ridiculous thing, we make money 70% of the time. So you know what you do? You stand on one foot, you pat your head, you rub your belly, and you deploy that system out into the market religiously, right? Your job is to faithfully deploy Dave's system into the market. That is what your job is. All right. It's your job to protect your cap stack, meaning your cash, which means we use stop orders. Okay. But point is, journaling is important. Without the journal, you don't know what works, what doesn't, etc. All right. Don't get caught up in sim. Let's talk about that. We had someone today I was telling them in the room today, try to get into sim get out of sim into an eval account as quickly as possible. Show of hands. Who is an absolute hero in the simulator? Like you can make $10,000 a day in the simulator, no problem. Like you're just like, hey, look at me. I'm a Superman in the simulator. The simulator is your brain knows it's fake. Okay. There's no downside risk there. There's no risk at all. So you can be as cavalier as possible and, luck actually counts, which is crazy. All right. But get into get some skin in the game, as Peter would say. All right. Trade real money as soon as you can, because what it's going to do is it's going to change your behavior. When I'll tell you what, guys, if you, Dave's going to teach you a system. If you join our family, we've created a way to get these evaluation accounts, fairly quickly. But if you run these things up and you do them, a step at a time, it really gives you a chance, especially you new folks. I know we want to get to PAs as soon as possible and start collecting money, but keep in mind, if you trade in an eval account, all right, as you start to get close to that 53, over that $53,000 mark, I can ask guys who do it, you're going to find yourself hesitating. The closer you get, it doesn't matter. It's for for anything. But the closer you get to passing that evaluation account, guys, you tell me, when you're $200 away from passing, does it feel different than when you're still $2,000 away? Does that hit different? Right? The hardest, Megan said, it hits differently. We are humans. However much we want to be computers, we're not. Right? So there's things you can do, right, to mitigate your own self sabotage. You can find yourself an accountability partner. That's a really good one. Brother, uncle, cousin, whatever. Find someone in your life that doesn't trade, that will be honest with you and keep them. Yeah, the last $50 is the hardest, but it changes your behavior. And the trick is you can't. All right. When you watch Dave trade, very, very rarely will you ever see a lick of emotion when, he'll be like, oh man, we missed it. But then he moves on to the next one. We don't root for it. Yay, come on, let's go. The stock can't hear you. We don't want to try to introduce too much emotion into this, because negative emotion or positive, there's always a yin and a yang that goes on there. You can't really get excited about your winners without also suffering a lot of pain on your losers. So, try to moderate that. Try to take this from the standpoint of it's a business. We're not getting, we're not going to the races here. There's some practical concerns and whatnot, but patience and discipline is super important. Journaling is super important. Understanding your risk to reward is really important. And I'm going to ask one question. If you guys understand any kind of math, you tell me if this works. Listen to the question very carefully. Is it possible for you to determine your risk to reward without previously knowing your hit rate? Let me say that again. Is it possible for you to determine the correct mathematical risk to reward if you don't already know your hit rate? No, right. Makes sense. It's impossible. Because why? Because you don't know how often you win and how often you lose. So that's why, ergo, unless you're journaling to determine your win rate or your edge or your hit rate, we can call it any number of things that make you happy. All right. You can't even determine the proper risk to reward. David is going to give you, in our system, we have specific risk to reward profiles for the instruments that we trade. All right. And we have ways of determining that through the ATR. But you guys are going to probably, experiment a little bit with some other stuff. So you're going to need to know this stuff. All right. I'll just finish with this. We got 4 real foundational principles that are important to remember, okay? You don't know what you don't know. Try to avoid making assumptions or filling in gaps in understanding with your own narrative, right? The market is not rewarding you for creativity. It's rewarding you for deploying your system consistently. So if you become unsure, take a step back, study the system, and wait for clarity, right? Stick to what the process tells you, all right? Get good with losses. Losses are the cost of doing business. Get comfortable losing trades. All right. It's not going to only it'll happen. It doesn't matter. It's going to happen every day. All right. But keep in mind, if you execute a well-executed trade that goes against you, is really technically no different than a well-executed trade that goes in your favor from a technical
Correct.
point of view.
Absolutely.
You're
Yep.
managing it properly, right? Protecting your cap stack and managing your downside risk is the key component of being a trader. With no money, you can't trade. All right. So if you can visualize this, the goal here is to take the steps up, right? Singles and doubles, and avoid the elevator into the basement. How do we avoid the elevator? We put stop losses in and we minimize the pain. We accept the losses for what they are because they happen less often than the winners. All right. Just be patient. This is what David's going to ask you to do. Be patient, be disciplined, and just operate the system. Okay. That's the first principle. The second thing is don't play a game for money you don't understand all the rules to. All right. That seems logical. All right. But a lot of you guys are already doing that. So don't engage in a money-based process where you don't fully understand all the rules. The rules are mechanical. All right. In David's system, they don't bend to your interpretation. They don't bend to your emotion. They either trigger or they don't. The setup either happens or it doesn't. Think of yourself like the dude in the missile silo and the little lights go on until the 7 lights go on. You can't press the button. That's how it works. Execution is binary. You follow the rule or you don't. Nuance comes later, and you're going to earn that through experience and journaling and review of your performance. Okay. And this applies to your software platform as well. You need to know how to drive the car, right? Know how to operate your system, know how to your brackets work, become fast and accurate at executing these trades, be able to get the trades on and cancel them quick. Know the language of what you're doing. Learn the parlance of the stock market. You have to know what long and short, right? Cover, buy to cover, sell stop limit, buy stop limit. And we're going to teach you all of that. But you can't learn a thing, right, until you know the language of that thing. All right. This I touched on, so I won't get too crazy. Just operate the system. All right. Don't try to be the system. You didn't create it. You didn't invent the strategy. Just operate it. All right. My blackjack analogy is what it is. You play by the rules and the result will be the expected result. All right. And last but not least, you're going to specialize through data. All right. As you journal and you gather results, you're going to get patterns, not like I said in the market, but in your own process. Over time, you're going to learn which setups work best for you, which times work best for you. You're going to internalize some stuff. You're going to understand your own temperament in the market, what you react to, what you don't. You'll build strategies for avoiding those things that you know trigger you. Avoid those situations. All right. We don't have to control ourselves if we can avoid the situation altogether, right? Like a lot of people can't fight. Most people can't fight, and they'll avoid fights by running away. You don't have to fight. You can run away. All right. So you can develop strategies, and we can talk about that at other times for helping yourself the self-sabotage part. All right. But you'll figure out what instruments work best for you. Like I said, I only trade gold and the ES, GC and ES because they work for me. If I have a 40% hit rate in the S&P, but I can trade gold at 70%, I'm going to trade gold. Why would I trade something I have a 40% success rate in when I can trade something with a 70%? And you wouldn't know that mathematically unless you were journaling. All right. But this is process centered. We're not investing, we're scalping. All right. We're not predicting the market, right? We're not getting emotional. We're trying to be disciplined. We're focusing on the system. We're tracking our data. Treat it like a business. All right. You guys getting the picture here? You start to understand this is not about money. This is about process. And until you can master that process, you're going to have a problem. All right. So here's your real takeaways. Okay. You have a couple practical concerns that you concern yourself with beyond the psychology. Do you have a good computer? Do you have a good solid internet connection? Does your broker allow you to trade the way you want? What I mean by that is there's different things you can do. You can box positions. You can, sell stop order, buy stop order. You can do lots of different things. Not all platforms allow you to do these things, right? So, choose we use Apex because that's what works for us. And that's what works for a lot of people. But doesn't really matter. It's just their banks, right? We just want you to be able to do this properly. So whatever works for you. All right. Do you have a plan if your internet connection goes down? Can you do something on your phone to cancel orders? Do you have another way to get to the internet? Can you call your broker? Did you set up your interface for maximum speed? Are you using hotkeys? Perhaps. Do we have any gamers in the room? So do we have any first person shooter gamers in the room? Right. Let me ask you this question, gamers. Who dies and who lives? People who keyboard turn or people who hotkey? What happens there? So you guys tell me. You guys are the experts. What happens when a hotkey gamer runs into a keyboard turner? What happens in that situation? Somebody who's hotkeyed versus somebody who's keyboard turning. The guy who's keyboard turning is going to get killed, absolutely obliterated. That's right. Macros and so that's the thing. There's lots of stuff once you get set up and you know what you're doing that can make you faster. I can put my order entries in. Let me just do something. I'll show one like just to give you an idea. All right. So let's look at the micros. Let's look at MGC. And let's go to a sim just for the hell of it. If I want to short this right now, I don't have to do anything. I just hotkeyed that in. That's my order. We're done. Period. End of story. That you see what I'm getting at? You didn't see that happen. It happened faster. I didn't have to click a button. I didn't have to do anything. Right? You guys get what I'm getting at? So you want to have your stuff set up where you have your brackets the way you want. You want to have, and don't get me wrong, I just got into this trade so you guys could see it, right? But that's the idea. If I want to buy down here, I'm going to buy right there. If I want to change that to a sell stop limit, boom, I changed it to a sell stop limit. But I'm doing it with hotkeys right on the chart, right? Be fast, be efficient, right? Get your orders in. Make sure, and there's guys that are better at this than I am in terms of helping you set your software up. Scotty and Kevin are really good with that. All right. But those are some practical concerns. Here's my takeaways for you guys, and I'm going to wish you the best of luck, and I hope to see you. This is a process-driven practice, all right? Again, I'm going to say it again. I said it before. It's not a test of your intelligence. We're not gambling. It's certainly not a competition. Your job is to build and run and refine this trading system that Dave's going to teach you, right? And what works for you based on actual data, not your feelings and not your predictions, and certainly not hope, all right? So over time, and I've been doing this for 6 years, all right? It took me a while. I traded we were doing stocks back in the day, but I traded 1, 3, and 5 shares for the first 6 months. It was crazy. So over time, your discipline's going to build. You're going to be around people who are good at this, right? Play games with people who are better at those games than you are, right? If you want to get good at golf, go play with someone who's better than you, right? And that pretty much applies to anything. You want to go get good at a musical instrument, go play with someone who's better than you. Come play with us. You're going to learn stuff, all right? David allows people to join the room, even if you're only there for a month, right? It's like going to a country and learning a language as opposed to doing it on Babbel or something. All right. Please, guys, let the process do the heavy lifting. Okay. Don't overthink this. Please, please don't overthink this. Your only responsibility is to execute with consistency. All right. And remember, don't beat yourself up. You're not a bad trader if you lose, and you're not a good trader if you win. You're just operating the system. All right. It's just all we're dealing with is a simple series of random outcomes, and we're trying to profit from it mathematically. All right. Just keep in mind, it's a business. All right. It's not personal. It's not emotional. I know it's easy to say, but try to be robotic about it. Have a business model and make a business plan. Keep your business-centric data and use that data to make good decisions. Track your results and change what you're doing if you don't see the results. And ask for help. We're always here to help you. That's all I got.
The best, guys and girls. All right, ladies and gents. I'm going to share my screen. Yeah. And again, that's the most important thing we will ever talk about in this room. In any room, we have our boot camp next week, and we're going to for 6 hours on Monday. All we're going to do is talk about what not to do. I know there's a lot of you that still have a lot of questions. Okay, I'm going to post my personal email. Our website link is just WSGTA.com, guys. This will be recorded. It'll be up there in a few days. You can go watch it again. Okay, here's my personal email if you have a lot of questions about stuff.
We're now going to talk to you about the course and what you have to pay for, what you don't have to pay for, guys. So stay tuned.
Someone post my email there. All right, guys and girls, here it is. Bottom line, okay, we have 3 options for our course. All right. I'm going to do something special for everybody tonight. If you just want to learn futures, it's $299. If you want to learn futures, stocks, and options, it's $499. If you want the ultimate course, okay, which is what I'm really going to talk about tonight, it's $699. It is a one-time payment. You never have to give us another nickel. We also have payment plans for that. That is also includes Tuesday and Thursday nights, live mentorship, trading slow markets, futures, every Tuesday and Thursday night for 3.5 hours. It is a one-time payment. You never have to give us another.
Anywhere in the world, Italy, you can have it in Italy.
It also comes with the live boot camp, guys and girls. Okay, what's the boot camp? We actually have one next week. I don't recommend you jumping into the boot camp if you're just starting out. We do it every month. Am I super quiet or can you hear me, guys?
We can hear
you're
you.
fine.
Okay. We do the boot camp every month. You do not have to run into the boot camp on Monday. If you're a little more experienced, you want to jump into the boot camp on Monday, fine. We're going to give you guys a bonus. Yes. Everybody just chill, man. Yes, for this price, you're going to trade. Let me say it again. You're getting 7 hours of futures. You're getting 7 hours of options. You're getting 7 hours of stocks. You're getting a one-time payment. You're getting every Tuesday and Thursday night, 3.5 hours. You're getting a live boot camp, which is 70 hours long, where we go over the entire course in real time. We set up your charts. We do every single thing to get you in and ready to go.
And coaching and mentoring every Thursday night.
Boot camp includes stocks, futures, options. Okay, we're going to have 7 hours of stocks in a boot camp. We're going to have 7 hours in options in a boot camp. We are going to be with you every step of the way with a money-back guarantee. We also have a payment plan where you can buy this for like $60 a month, guys and girls. Okay? I know a lot of you have spent thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. This will be the last course you ever have to buy. We guarantee it. Otherwise, we'll give you your money back. It also includes mentorship every Thursday night. That means anyone who buys this tonight, okay, your first mentorship meeting will be tomorrow night at 5:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're going to have a link in your course for slow markets and for your mentorship. So anyone who buys a course tonight, okay, tomorrow you'll be in our mentorship class at 5:00, and you'll be in slow markets with us from 6:00 till 9:30.
And Friday you'll be able to trade the opening bell with David and the team.
Well, that's on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube, correct. Also, yeah.
Is the mentorship recorded? Yes, Dan. I want to talk about that for a minute. We have over 1,000 hours of mentorship that is recorded, okay, and is in the archives. You can go back and watch every week for the last 8 weeks, for the last 2 years. 2 years, okay? Margaret, you have the standard. If you want to upgrade, just $200 and you're upgraded into the ultimate, okay? So you can always upgrade any of these courses. Can I pay for the boot camp with the futures plan? Yes. Roman's going to come on in a couple of minutes, guys and girls, and walk you through exactly how to do all this. If you only have the futures and you want to upgrade and get in a boot camp, it's $200. The only reason I even charge people for the upgrades is because we take care of people that are helping us that week. Everyone gets paid, okay? Except really me and Peter.
How does that work, Steve?
There's a payment plan. We're going to walk you through how to do it. This is everything, guys and girls. It is everything. You sign up with us, you'll start with us tomorrow, period. Again, this is the best bet. I guarantee it. It'll be the best thing you ever do if you want to learn how to do this. Bottom line, there's not even a question. I mean, you guys watch me tonight, right? I did this live, okay? And again, guys, I'm doing this for 40 years. But in 2 of my accounts, trading one of the one of the gold contracts, I made $3,000 tonight. Trust me when I tell you, I make a lot more money trading than I do selling these courses. We really, really, really want to help as many people as we can figure this out. I told you, we had a webinar a couple of weeks ago on a Wednesday. We had 200 new people join us, literally. And some of them are already up live and trading, and a lot of them are going to be in our boot camp next week. So if anyone has any questions about how to do this, I'm going to where do I buy the ultimate plan? Roman's going to come on right now. He's going to walk you guys through exactly how to do it. I'm just going to tell you this, okay? If you buy the ultimate plan, do not feel compelled to come into the boot camp this week. Wait. Come every Tuesday and Thursday night. Come to our mentorship meetings. Come to the slow markets, okay? And then next month, come into the boot camp, or even the month after that. So I know a lot of you, we have a lot of just beginning traders here, okay? I know we do give student discounts. Roman's going to post his email. If you're a student, let us know. We'll help you out.
Can I
Okay?
interject a point?
All right. Guys, we work with people as much as we possibly can to get them in this program with us so they can learn how to do this. It's a skill that you will take with you for the rest of your lives. If you're working full time, yes, guys, yes. A couple of things. Roman, post your email. Number one. There you go. We'll give you guys a student discount. Okay. Yes. You're going to be with us forever, guys and girls. Okay. You're going to be with us forever. It'll be the best money you ever spend. We guarantee it. We guarantee it. Okay. Yeah. Again, don't rush into the boot camp. Yeah. Nobody has to make a decision tonight, guys. Most of you are not going to end up buying the course. We know that when we come here. Okay. It's fine. Take whatever we taught you tonight and apply it to your trading.
Yeah.
Okay? Do it, man. The important thing, can you trade from Haiti? I think
yes,
you can trade all over the world. Okay? Doesn't matter. You can trade from the moon. Absolutely. I'm also learning from Forex and ICT. We'll tell you our opinions about ICT if you stay with us. I don't believe in it one damn bit. But whatever. We do these webinars once a month. Once a month, we do these free webinars for everybody. Okay? And again, we don't blow smoke up anyone's puppet, guys. This is not an easy thing to do. Me and Peter will tell you that right out of the gate. Okay? The more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. Right? That's just the bottom line. The more work you put into it yourselves, the more you are going to get out of it. Okay? Can I make back at least $800? Mike, we have, and again, no. Am I promising you're going to do that? No, because I'm not going to promise you anything. We have people who have made tens of thousands of dollars. We have people who have joined us that are doing extremely well. The course is recorded. You do this at your own time, guys and girls, on your own pace. Roman will show you the course. You can watch this part. You can watch that part. You can watch this part. Yes, you can trade from Mexico. The boot camp is the only thing we do not record, Ken, because everything we do in there is extremely proprietary, and we're just not going to record that and have that out there. It's like giving the course to somebody else. It does not ever expire. This is good forever, ever. Okay? You can watch the recording on our website. All right? I don't trade Forex, Dame. I don't know if it works for Forex or not. You can try it with the charts. I have never traded before. What is the best plan for me? Go with the ultimate one. And here's what I'm doing tonight, guys and girls. Okay? Guys, if you've never traded before, go with the ultimate course. Take it one step at a time. And again, I'm telling you guys, you'll be more than happy. But here's what we're going to do too, okay? Tonight through the weekend, it's not $700. I'm making it $600. All right? We're going to give you $100 off on the ultimate course. It's going to be $600 instead of $700. So we're giving you 15% off tonight, okay? And there's a payment plan with that. Yes, you can use wealth charts. Okay? Yes. 100%. You can always upgrade if you only want the futures course. I'm telling you guys, we're giving you the best bang for the bucks with the 600. Michael, if you just paid $6.99, let me know, okay? I'll give you $99 back. All right, I'll take care of you. Send Roman an email. Guys, we work with everybody. All right. We are a family here. That's the bottom line. We are a family. We'll take care of you. The discount code Roman is going to walk you through right now. Okay. All right. Roman's going to take over. He will walk you. We talked about psychology for an hour. Where were you?
You know what, Davey? Davey, let me talk for give me a couple of minutes. Let me just go over a couple of quick things.
All right, Roman, I want you to take over the screen for me and get ready to show people how to buy this if they want to. Go ahead, Roman.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Go
Thank you,
ahead,
Dave.
Pete. You got 2 minutes. All right. People want to buy the course.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm gonna give him a prelude of what Roman's gonna talk about. Guys, listen, you've got three options to buy courses. You have a brand new, we just put together a brand new website. It's really consumer friendly. We have a brand new futures course. It's 9 hours. It teaches everything, comes with coaching and mentoring. There's a money back guarantee. Then you have the regular course, which is equities options, okay, and it comes with the futures. Also, Q&A every Thursday night, right? 400 hours plus of archival content. Every question that's been asked by a student over the last 5 years is in there and answered by me and David and the team. Okay, and then you've got the boot camp, which is absolutely everything in the ultimate, which takes you through. Some people learn well on video and on their computer, and some people need to learn in person. The boot camp basically takes everything that's in the courses and gives it to you in live trading with David, with Kevin and Ken and Scotty and the whole team. So those are your three options, right? The $300, the $500, and the seven. David's giving everybody $100 off there. It comes with coaching and mentoring for everyone. It is a one-time payment. There is a payment plan. There is a money-back guarantee, and there is an archives, which sorted by subject matter has hundreds and hundreds of hours of every question that if you're sitting at home studying this stuff and you have a question, guaranteed you'll be able to find it in the archives, questioned and answered by me and David and the team. So that's all there is, right? You get the coaching and mentoring. You get slow trading on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have a YouTube channel that trades the opening bell with David and the team every Monday and Friday. There's so much stuff that you want. If you want to learn to trade and learn to trade futures, equities, options, and anything, you're in the right place. If you want to learn to trade and get paid to trade, then come and join the course and then open an account with Apex, and you can eventually get paid to trade once you open that account. That's it. So if you have any interest in doing this, you're in the right place. You're never going to find anything at a better price. No one is ever going to hold your hand the way we do. If you do it, Roman will help you set up your charts. There is nowhere else that does VIP concierge to our customers like we do. So anyway, I'll pass it to you, Roman. Do your thing, bro.
Thank you so much, Peter. Thank you, Dave. Thank you all. All right, guys. So how do we make the checkout? So in
Roman,
your
make sure you give them the discount code and give
yes,
that guy $100 back.
you got it. I'll take care of him. No problem.
We'll take care of you.
Guys, so in your
Yes, boot camp is the best if you've never traded before. 100% the ultimate, guys. We're going to walk you through every. Guys, when we do the boot camp next week, we assume that nobody knows anything about anything. Okay? So, yes. But again, if you don't know anything about anything, please do not go into boot camp next week. Wait till next month. Okay? Wait till next month. Come into the slow markets and come into our mentorship. Okay? Roman, take the screen, please.
Yep, you should see my screen now. I'm sharing
You
it.
guys see Roman's screen?
Yeah, we have.
There we go.
All right, great. All right, guys. So first things first, there's a section where it's called resources in your toolbar in the bottom left on Zoom. And if you click on that, you will see the links to our courses. And if you click on the ultimate course, there is an exclusive link to bring you to the ultimate checkout, which has the coupon embedded into it. So it's very easy to go to sign up. However, let me also put that in the chat right now so you guys could just copy and paste it. Put that to everyone. So there's the link. You could just click on that. And the promo code is 100. So once you are on the landing page for checkout, you're going to put in your email address, and then you have many options of doing a checkout. Okay, you could go through PayPal, you could go through Apple Pay, you could just use a regular credit card. Okay, if you're interested of doing a payment method, we have options here. You could go through Afterpay. Okay. The next is the billing address. This is also really important. If you are internationally, please make sure you are choosing the right country that you're from. All right. And then on the right here, if you're just filling it out by yourself, you could just type in 100, hit apply, and it will apply the coupon. All right. So we are knocking off $97.86. So that comes out to 601 and 14. All right. If you are having problems, any problems of making a checkout, you can send me an email. I will help you. One thing I could recommend if you are having a problem, you could go through, use your smartphone. Sometimes smartphones are more reliable than the desktop computers these days. So you could just go to the website WSGTA and then go through and then get to the checkout page.
We're walking you through how to do the payment plan now, Freddie. Yeah,
So,
we're gonna leave this up in through Saturday, guys, through Sunday. So you have time.
all right. So
We're
I
gonna
will
leave it up
extend
through
that.
Sunday.
All right, I'll extend the coupon, but for now,
Oh yeah,
so
extend it, Roman.
all right, I'll take care of it.
Sorry.
No problem.
We were only supposed to do it for tonight. Yeah. Sorry. Well, guys, we're extending it through the weekend. Yes, we'll take crypto XL. We'll figure out, send Roman an email. We'll figure out a way to do it. Yes. We'll take crypto. We'll take crackers, bananas, whatever you guys want to do.
All right. Do you guys want to see a little peek of the course here? How it looks like, the interface? It's very clean. It's
First,
very
let's go back, Roman. Does
Sure.
anyone need help actually purchasing the course who's still here? Or any questions about how to do it? Please. Yes, $60 tax is going to be, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Ryan. Does anyone have any questions about how to buy the course? Let us know. We're going to post Roman's email again in case you don't want to do it tonight. Okay. What's the average time for our students to be profitable? It depends on how much time you put into it per year. Okay. How much time you put into it. Is there a chat group? Yes, we get together every Tuesday and Thursday night for 3.5 hours. Once you join, that is included in any course that you buy. I want to upgrade from the futures plan for $300. Yes, we can walk you through how to do that. Send Roman an email.
I'll send you a link to check out. Just send me.
Roman, can you just tell them how to do the monthly payment again? Guys, watch.
So I mean, overall, you just fill out your information and then you click on Afterpay. All right, and then it will open up another window for you to do and then it'll just take you to fill out your information. It's a soft credit check. Um, and it'll just take you right through it. Make sure you have the coupon code applied. The coupon code is only for the ultimate course, only for ultimate. So futures and standard, that's the price, which is discounted as well.
Yeah, always. Yes, we'll leave it extended till Monday. Somebody asked if Roman extend it till Monday, please.
I will extend it to Monday. Yes.
Is there anything else we can do for anybody? We'll extend it to Monday. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you, you will not regret it. Whatever. Everything in there sells itself. I mean, especially if you get the ultimate, it's insane. If you get the ultimate, we're going to see you tomorrow night, but don't join the boot camp this next week unless you have some experience. Okay. Yes, we do a webinar every month. Every month. Blake's going to be caught. We want to upgrade. Roman, how do they upgrade from a course that they have now?
Just send me a link and send me an email and I will send you a link to upgrade.
Can I stand on your head now? David, go for the ultimate course for the $600. You will not be sorry. Guys, I'm telling you, it'll be the last money you ever spend on a course, or we'll give you your money back. Okay? Yes, this will be on our website, Bo. Go to our website in a few days. This will be up there. You can take the boot camp every month if you want for $200. The boot camp is for no, the boot camp is not just for experienced traders, RN. But I want you to go to our Tuesday and Thursday night sessions and then take the boot camp next month. Okay? If you're just beginning, do not run into the boot camp. All right? The boot camp link will be in your course, Elijah. Well, actually, it won't. If you sign up for the ultimate, all right, when you want to get into boot camp, you're just going to send Roman an email and he will send you a link to the private trading room. You never have to give us another dime unless you want to do the boot camp again. Yes. Ultimate plan gets you into everything, Michael. And you never have to pay us again. Yes. The only thing you'll ever have to pay us for again is if you want to do the boot camp over for $200. That's it. Is there a way to pay through the profits we make? Absolutely not. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you'll be able to do the boot camp. And then if you still don't like us, you can get your money back. Don't even worry about the private trading room until you go through a boot camp. Don't even ask about that. Boot camps are usually the last week of every month. You can wait till April. You can wait till June, Wayne. You can wait till next year to take the boot camp, whatever works for you. Once you sign up for the ultimate, you're going to send Roman an email. If you want to come in next week, send him an email this Saturday, and he will send you a link to the private trading room. Boom. When you buy the course, all the videos are available anytime you want. Yes. First boot camp for a beginner, I would wait till next month and come to the Tuesday and Thursday nights. Yes, we want you to be prepared. Guys, anyone who buys any course, you're going to be with us tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. You're going to be with us tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Okay? Roman, post your email for the ultimate course so people can get the link to the boot camp. Please. There it is. There's the link to the boot camp. Roman, can you walk through the course for a couple of minutes and show everybody a couple of things that are in the course? Here you go, guys and girls. Check it out. I want you to show everybody where the archives are, where the links for Tuesdays and Thursday nights are. Okay, this is the actual course, guys and girls. Go ahead, Roman.
Yep. So guys, this is our archive. This is our weekly. This is where all our Zoom meetings. We also have our essential lessons. Last week we had Q&A with Peter. He was answering all questions. He was talking about the market. I mean, a professional trader that's that you're meeting with professional traders on a weekly basis, and he's telling you what is happening on the floor. I mean, this is unprecedented. There's there's nothing else out there that you will be taught by professional traders that are actually still on the floor trading. So, this is our archives. It goes all the way back. And recently, one of the students was telling us that he's like, "Yeah, I'm going all the way from the beginning back to August 2021, and I'm watching all the lessons." And he's been killing it. He's been learning so much. So we have a whole library here of all the stuff, talking about trading, talking about the course, what's happening in the market, and things are just you're just growing with us because we're always adding something new. There's new setups. And it's our community. And a lot of students are always looking forward to meeting up with us every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is where we all come together. You're asking questions about your trade. You're asking questions about the course. Psychology is really important too. So it is just and we've been growing, and it's been incredible. All right. Let me see here.
No, the library does not expire as long as we have bandwidth to put it in there. It's best to start at the bottom. Yes, guys and girls. And you do this on your own time. It starts, guys. This is what's so great for the people who have never traded before. We start with the language of the stock market. We talk about a bid. We talk about an offer. We talk about the S&P 500. This goes from the absolute, like I said, if you don't know the difference between a stock and a clock, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay.
Here's our curriculum of the futures, which is our newest course, and it just gets so deep.
Missy, 1 second. I'm going to keep interrupting you, Roman. Missy,
Sure.
we walk you through how to set up your Thinkorswim platform with one button. And then if you have problems with that, every Tuesday and Thursday night, we'll get you set up. But we show you exactly how, with one button, how to get your chart to look exactly like mine does on Thinkorswim or TradingView. It's everything, guys and girls. Everything. Okay? If you want to upgrade, in TradingView, we have one button that sets up your charts. Boom. If I buy the ultimate version, do I have as much time on the platform? You have forever, guys, forever, ever, ever. The course is yours forever. Okay? How much are we expected to invest in other courses after? Nothing, David. There is no upsell after this. Does everybody get that? That's it. There's no upsell. Okay? David, after this, you're done. There is no upsell. Period. If you upgrade from the futures to the ultimate, you'll pay the difference. If you're paying $299, you'll have to pay another $300 to get up to the $600. Guys, I will honor the $600. Okay, if you only want to do the $300 now, I'll honor the $600 one, not $700. So it'll only be $300 to go up to the ultimate. I will honor that forever. I get error 59 at checkout. What's up with that, Roman?
But email me and we take a look at it.
Monica, send Roman an email.
I think that might be your cards getting declined. I heard that before. Call your bank or use a different card. That it should go through. But yeah.
Sano, would I do it for 500? How about in a minute I'm making it 625? What is this, Antiques Roadshow? Arkley, yes. As a newbie, learn on Tuesday and 30 nights before the boot camp. I recommend that to everybody. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm already a member. I'm buying the course too for my nephew. Thank you, Monica. Monica, send Roman an email. I'll give you a discount on your second course. Okay? Monica, I don't want you to pay full price again if you bought one course already. You got me? Yeah. Expect an email from Monica, Roman.
You got it.
We'll take care of her too. My email is wsgta.com@gmail.com. Oh, my email. I thought it said your error. These sessions we do once a month, guys and girls. Usually right before our boot camp. So we can get the experienced people into the boot camp. Error 59 typically means a transfer due to suspended fraud flagged by the card issue security system. All right, boom. Noah, if you're having trouble with setting up the payment plan, send Roman an email. Roman, you never checked my email, said Mike. What's wrong with you, Roman? Give Roman a couple of minutes, guys. It's going to take Roman a little bit to get back to everybody, okay? Give him a few minutes, guys. Yes, call your call. What is the link for boot camp for experienced traders? If you want to upgrade to the boot camp RN, I think there's a link in your course to do that. If I'm not mistaken,
let me show you where that is. So if you want to upgrade,
it's definitely in your course RN. Roman will find it for you here somewhere.
Yeah, right here, weekly. In your mentorship, here's the course upgrade. That's for futures and standard course members, $200. You could just go into your archives and look for January bootcamp registration now.
No, you cannot just do the bootcamp alone. You have to have one of the courses. Yeah. Do I have a trading room? Yes, I have a live trading room where I trade the markets live all day, every single day, posting every single trade that we do with every one of my traders. Thank you, Ken. That is a totally separate fee. It's separate. Don't even worry about that until you go through everything else. But we do have a private trading room. If I buy in the future, obviously without the discount, yes, you will have everything available. Look, here's what I'm telling everybody, okay? We know everybody who is here, all right? I will honor the $600 for you. whenever you get around to buying it. All right, Alan? Okay. Boom, 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 boom. I'm sure I'm not the only one who has this thought inside their head. Can you verifiably proof of your students making consistent profits over the, not just get screenshots of testimony? I can ask some of my guys, Bo. I can ask some of my guys if they're willing to share their stuff with you. I can ask. That's all I can do, but it's everybody's personal business. Period. But I can ask. I'm always open with my stuff, and I don't do anything that my other people don't do. So, but I can ask if there's people.
Guys, I could say as customer service, we have received tons of emails of people trying to learn how to do this, and the course is changing their lives. So,
Well, I understand what he's saying. He wants to say, no, I get it, man.
yeah.
I get it. You want to see actual proof. I can only show you what I do, Bo. And, you know, I have made hundreds of thousands of dollars trading futures. But I can certainly ask. Yeah, that's true. Everybody's not going to succeed in this. It's not an easy thing to do. It's hard. It is hard, guys and girls. You got to put the work in. Look, have I told anybody that this is easy and I'm guaranteeing you're going to make money? I never would. I never do. I never would. Okay. Coupon is valid throughout the whole weekend.
Yeah, I'll
I am a member, no payout yet, but I'm slowly building up my prop accounts. Learn the system before you jump in the deep end. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. But I understand the skepticism 100%. Yep. I'm a college student right now. We will give you a discount if you're a college student. And yes, here's another thing, guys, that we offer. And again, everybody's got to get paid for their time. Ken does private lessons. Scotty does private lessons. Kevin does private lessons. I think they charge like $65 an hour. You can sit with them alone and talk about whatever you want to talk about. Kevin is a futures and options expert. Ken is a psychology, options, futures expert. Scotty is a futures expert, a setup chart expert, a everything expert. And he's the one who does Tuesdays and Thursday nights. So we offer that to you also, guys and girls. Yes, 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 yes. Ken, if you're still here, post your email. There you go. Kevin, if you're here, post your email. Scotty, if you're here, post your email. Kevin is our options expert. The members made my laptop into a screaming reading machine. Guys, I'm tired. I'm done. It's 10 o'clock. Roman, post your email one more time for anyone who has any questions. Okay. Also, whoever asked, who was that asked about getting actual money testimonials? Was that you, Sean? I don't remember who it was. Who was that? Who said they like to see some actual proof? Who was it? Speak up. Bo, that was you. Okay.
It was Bo Bolton.
Bo, send me an email. Roman, post my email. Send me an email, Bo, and I'll reach out to some of my students and ask them, and I'll have them email you. Okay? That good? Bo, send me an email. Send Roman an email. We'll give you an additional discount for a college student. Yes. We have a live trading room.
Make sure it's from your college email address.
Yeah, I know. We do have a live trading room. There are some people in there who come just to copy trade what we do. Everybody pushes their own buttons. Everybody trades at their own risk. Most of the people who are in a private trading room are learning what we do. And we actually have a lot of people in our trading room, okay, who take over the trading room and run the room for us. Run the room for us. People who have started like you who run our trading room now. Incredible. Incredible. But again, don't even worry about the private trading. Guys, you want to ask me about the private trading room, send me an email. Someone post my email. Yes, you should go through the whole course before joining the boot camp. Skeptics should sit in the Monday and Friday YouTube channel. There you go. Boom. Ed, have we ever had a losing session on YouTube? I don't think we have. I don't think we have. Yep. Gene, you want to post some profits right now? Is that what you said? Boom, 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 boom. What do you want to do, Gene? Oh, my email. Yeah, post my email again. Anyone has any questions about anything, post my email. Yes, thank you. Yes, you want to watch the okay. Trading room is not in a bundle. That's the only thing that is separate. Can you post our YouTube channel, guys? Every Monday and Friday at 8:30, we are on YouTube live. We have hundreds of people in there. Copy and paste that and save it. Okay? Guys, if you want, Roman, we have everyone's email who was here tonight, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. We will send out an email with our YouTube link before the Mondays and Fridays. Okay? So come check that out. See what we do on YouTube before we buy anything. Okay? How about them apples? Can I do more than that? What else can I do for everybody? Thank you, Ignacio. What else could I do? I need to take permission to end the meeting. I know. Free day in the trading room. I've done that before too. Come into YouTube. How about this, guys? Anyone who comes into YouTube, I will give a free day in the trading room. Tuesday and Thursday, Ignacio, in your course, in your resource center, you will see a link for both our mentorship and for the Tuesday and Thursday night slow markets. Okay? Roman's going to post his email one time. Again, anyone who has any questions about anything, get in touch with Roman. Give him a day or two, all right? Because I'm sure he's going to get 8,000 emails tonight. Do I hear 500? Do I hear 470, 470, 470, 460, 460, 450, 450, 450, 450, 450, 450? Oh, my God. It's been a long day, guys and girls. All right. Everybody's got emails. Thank you guys for everybody who bought the course already. There were a bunch of you. I'll see you guys tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Yes. Let's hope this is the worst trading day we ever have and tomorrow's a better day. I say peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. All right, guys and girls. So come into YouTube and then I'll give you a link to the private trading for after boot camp. All right. Green Jeans is out of here like Vladimir, over skiing out ski.
Later, Davey.
Later, baby. Pete, you want to wrap it up for the 160 people who are still here?
Sure, buddy boy. It'd be my pleasure. So, guys, look, you've heard it all. Dave's really offered you practice everything but the kitchen sink and dinner at his place. So, short of that, you've got everything you need. But anyway, the bottom line is the course is extraordinary, right? Becoming part of the family is amazing. You have such a support team. Doing this, becoming a day trader is literally an incredibly lonely experience. So if you have somebody like Roman who's going to help you set up your charts, you have somebody like Kevin and Ken and David and I to be there, support you with Q&As on Thursday night, with slow trading on Tuesdays and Thursdays, with live trading the opening bell on Mondays and Fridays, guys. Look, we are literally giving you everything that we have in our arsenal of stuff, right? You get support, you get a family, you get people who are going to hold your hand to learn how to trade. Imagine you've done all these things and you're still sitting at your machine having trouble trying to figure out what buttons to push and what to do in the morning. You hop on Monday and Friday, the YouTube channel, and trade the opening bell with David and me and the team. That's a gift in its own right. That's worth $500 a friggin' day just to have someone to help you get through an opening bell to figure out. Usually, guys and girls, before the market even opens, everybody's made already enough money to pay for this course time and time again, over and over again. So you get access to me. That's worth a fortune. Access to Dave, the best teacher in the space. Kevin and Ken, who are absolutely blowout. Scotty, who's incredible with slow markets. Roman, who's going to help you, Matt, who's going to help you, Andrew's going to help you. It's a whole friggin' family that you're getting for friggin' $299, $499, $699. Coaching and mentoring for life. Money back guarantee. Payment plan. It's crazy. You want to learn, you want to trade, and you want to get paid to trade. I mean, think about it. You can open up a course with Apex for our course, $299, $499, $699 on a payment plan. Let's say it's $50. And then you open up in a course with Apex for $25. For $75, you can learn to trade, and get paid to trade. That is absolutely insane. That did not exist in the old days. So we don't need to sell ourselves anymore. We'd love to have you part of the family. If you want to come, come. If you don't, we wish you the best. If you just go on and you learned a little bit about what we do here and you just had an entertaining evening, it's fantastic. YouTube channel, Monday and Friday. Trade the opening bell. The link is in my Instagram bio. The link is in our website. It's free. Go check it out. Roman, I'm out of here too. Everybody, good luck, and I got to go. See you later. A pleasure, guys. A pleasure.